Hey guys, I wanted to go ahead and send out this video real quick. I know it's Easter Sunday, and so hopefully you all will just take a moment, at least by the end of the day, to just check this out. And I'm also going to kind of explain a couple little things as far as how the next 3 weeks are going to go. But not too long, not too elaborate, but basically too, I want to break down the booklet that you all received in your package, just so that it's not too overwhelming. Because I know, just looking at it, it's a thick book. It can be, like a lot of information at one time, but it's really um, pretty basic. So also, I want to say that I will not always look like this, but we just got back from church, so lucky you. I won't always look this presentable, I'm sure, in the next 3 weeks. But anyways, so let's break down the book real quick. If you're familiar with the program, 21 Day Fix, then the original version, it has basically the same steps, the same categories of how to break down the containers and everything. So if you're familiar with that, then you're already a step ahead. If you are not, then go ahead and check this out. Follow along with me. I'm just going to show you a couple of the basic things that you need to know, but throughout the next few weeks, we will, definitely get down to more detailed things about like eating and meal prepping and whatnot. But so if you're again brand new, you would have received some containers that'll look like this. And it actually tells you right here on page 3 what they are for. And so, as you know, your green one will be your veggies, your purple is your fruits, your red one is for your proteins, the yellow's for your carbs. And I know it looks small, but it's more than what you would imagine. And then the blue's for your fats, and the orange is for your dressings and your seeds. It breaks them all down in the book here, where you have your green container, you have your purple container, your blue container, and it lists the foods in there that are good. They have do's and don'ts in here. They try not to keep it too strict because, of course, the purpose of this program is to be able to eat what you want, just learning how much to eat of it. And, because you don't want to deprive yourself of anything, because that's when you will eventually just want to binge eat because you feel deprived that you're not eating too much of this or enough of that. And that's what this is about, is to learn just how to be able to enjoy what you want. Just learn how to eat a little bit at a time. So, anyways, to start that off, on page 4, you're going to have this little calculating page where you want to put in your weight, and then you're going to add, subtract, multiply to get your caloric intake for the next 3 weeks. And it's step by step, so it's very, very easy. Once you get that number, on the next page, it has columns. And wherever your number falls is how many containers you're going to have of each one each day. So, for example, in the first column, it says there's 3 vegetables, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, and it sounds like a lot, especially if maybe this is your first time learning how to really eat. 4 proteins can sound like a lot, but it doesn't have to be like chicken every day and chicken, fish every day. But it's like turkey bacon in the morning whenever you're eating, and your eggs. So that's already 2 proteins. So again, we'll break it all down as far as like how to get everything in, but this is just showing you what you can eat for the day, what you should eat for the day if you want to reach your goals. It also is going to be a lot of food, and so if, again, I'll explain more of this, but if you don't feel like you can get every single one in, don't. You're not supposed to force yourself, but this is just telling you the max amount that you're supposed to eat a day. So 2 carbs, that little 2 right there by the yellow. So that would be maybe for lunch and for dinner. Save it for breakfast and dinner. Just oatmeal in the morning and then have a side of rice or mashed potatoes or something for dinner. But you learn how, again, to control what it is that you're eating. You can enjoy what you want, but you just have to learn how to do it and how to eat it in portion, in control, in moderation. So, moving on, again, each page here will break down, the fruits that are ideal, the vegetables that are ideal, your proteins, your fats. They even give you dressing recipes, and the best part about this too is if you're just, I'm going to help give you some guides as far as meals throughout the day, but This book also gives you great fresh ideas on breakfasts, lunch, dinners, and at the very top of each page of each menu or each recipe, it tells you what is involved in there. If it's a purple container, a red one, or whatnot, and you can mark it off. So if by the end of the day, you need to get in another fruit, you need to get in another protein, it'll tell you if that could be, if that would help. And so you can just mark it off. It's really easy to follow. In the very back, it even gives you Shakeology recipes, depending on the flavor that you've had. I know with chocolate, the classic and the best is banana and peanut butter if you like peanut butter, but if not, just a banana with the chocolate. It's so good. But anyways, it breaks down everything for you. Um, there is what you might see in here is the countdown to competition. Now that is going to be your absolute strictest portion control meal plan. And I would say that if you want to try it, it is very, very restricting. But this is because Autumn herself is she's a competitor in these fitness competitions. So she's just basically giving you something that for maybe the last 3 days, push to the, if you want to see immediate quick results, it's not a crash diet because through these, next few weeks, you've learned how to put the food in your body, what you're eating, you've controlled that. In this, you're still controlling, you're eating 6 meals a day, but you're eating limited amount of carbs, if any, limited amount of fruit, if any. So it's not crash dieting, but it's going to be strict. So if you're interested in that, I'm not going to go through it right now, but there is that option. And again, I recommend it just for the last 3 days in the last week. So we'll get more into that further in, once we get near there. But just reach out to me, let me know if that's something that might interest you. But again, this program is not to be made to be like super strict. That is just for specific quick results, again, by the end of the last week. So moving on, I hope a little bit of the booklet breakdown was helpful. I want to go ahead and just kind of let you know that through these next 3 weeks, I'm going to keep a point system. And that's just to kind of keep us involved, keep us, connected. So when you post certain things, and I'll explain it, I'm going to keep those points and add them up through the next 3 weeks. And by the end of the third week, whoever has the most points will win a prize. And it's a good little goodie, a little, something. I don't want to give it away. But this is how the points will work. For a motivational post, a quote, or just even posting just to say, hey guys, let's keep it up, week 1, week 2, day 3, 4, just anything that's motivational, you get a point for that. For 2 points will be for any food, meal, recipe, anything that you can post related to food, you get 2 points for that. And 3 points. You get 3 points if you do a progress photo. It doesn't have to be the bikini, show everything off photo. If you don't want to, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be a sweaty selfie, and I do encourage those once we get rolling. But after your workout, post the picture. It doesn't have to be full body. You don't have to be flexing, but just to show that you got your workout in, you did it. It really does. You have no idea how motivating it can be for some people to just see that photo and be like, man, they did it. I need to get mine in. I've got to do it. So you get 3 points if you have any kind of progress photo. And again, once I add all those up by the end of the week, the person with the most points will win the prize. If by any chance you are just, still trying to figure out how to put yourself out there, and, you can private message me anything. If you want to private message me your sweaty selfie, or if anything, you can do that. It doesn't have to be public. Nothing has to be public. But the accountability is, for everybody. And so whenever you do put yourself out there, you could get a lot of support back, even if you're hesitant to be like, oh, that sounds stupid, or I don't want to put that out there. You'll be shocked at how maybe somebody's like, man, I relate with that. I'm so glad you posted that, because that's how I'm feeling today too. Like, I'm struggling. I feel defeated today, and I need to pick myself back up. There might be somebody else that's feeling the exact same way. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. That's what this little intimate group is for, is because all of us are wanting something out of this. We have a goal and we're pushing for the same thing. Regardless, again, like I said, if this is the beginning for you or if this is the middle for you, we are all pushing for something. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to just say, hey, having a rough day, I need a little pick me up or something, because we know how that feels. That's what we're here for, each other. So, anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. I wanted to say that I'm so excited to get started tomorrow. I am ready. And I know after today, after this weekend, we all like to make up our little excuses in our head. We're going to get rid of those excuses here in the next few weeks. But we like to say, today's the last day. I start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow we do start. So enjoy that last piece of pie, enjoy that last piece of candy, whatever it is today, but tomorrow it's on. Tomorrow we're going to start a new change, a new beginning. It's going to be great. The last most important thing, and I probably shouldn't have put this at the very end of the video, I want you to take measurements. I want you to find a piece of clothing that, maybe you want to try and fit back into, or something that's, from the past that you can see your progress already right now, anything. But I want you to take measurements. I want you to write them down. Take them around your waist, around your thighs, around your arms, wherever need be, but write it down. Just take a little piece of paper, write it down. You don't have to share it. I don't have to see it. Nobody has to see it. It's just for you. But you need to be able to see visual results. By each week, you will lose at least half an inch, 1 inch. You have no idea the progress that you're going to make in these next few weeks. And by seeing those results on paper will amaze you. And that will be the most motivating factor in this. So take measurements, write them down, find that old pair of jeans, put them on, whatever you need to do, but get that down, get that ready, because in the next few weeks, I want you to be able to see your progress. If you want to weigh yourself, you will learn quickly that I am against, weighing, but only for, certain reasons, that the number can be discouraging for people, and it can make you want to go backwards. It can make you want to stop because you're not seeing the numbers drop. But at some point, when you start to lose your, if you have your fat and you have your muscle, at some point when you start to lose your muscle, in this program, you are gaining, or fat, you're gaining muscle. So as you're losing fat, you're gaining muscle, you're going to plateau. You're going to hit where your body is not going to change. The number is not going to change, because the scale gives you a mass number of what this weighs. From head to toe, it's just a mass number. It doesn't give you a percentage of fat. It doesn't give you a percentage of muscle. It just tells you how much this body weighs. So, with that said, I just don't want you to get discouraged if you get on the scale and today you're one thing, tomorrow you're, down 5 or 6 pounds, and then you're up again. I don't want that to be discouraging to you, because it's not telling you what it is that's weighing so much. It might not be fat. It might be water weight. It might be muscle gain. You don't know. So I just want you to be aware of that if you feel like you have to weigh yourself. I don't want to go into a long spiel about it, because I'm very passionate about how, I know the scale can be discouraging for people. I've seen it. And then I see them overcome that number and move forward. And then, they're like, oh my gosh, wow, 21 pounds down. It's like they just plateaued for a moment and they just kept going, because if you are eating right and you're exercising right and you're doing everything right, you're not going to go backwards. The only way you can go backwards is if you stop. That's it. Okay, so I'm done with my speech, stepping off my soapbox, but I just wanted to go ahead, again, break down the packet, break down a little bit of how this group's going to run, and, again, just take your measurements for yourself. Do it for yourself, because, again, when you see those results come on, those numbers going down, it's going to be amazing. So if you have any questions, please either message me or just text me if you have my number, or comment under here, because maybe somebody has the same questions as you. So let me know, and I can't wait to get started, and I hope you all have a happy Easter.